So I just wanted to show you something I made out of an ammo can. Basically, I'm going to use this for ice fishing this winter, as well as just looking at Navionics maps and Lake Master maps inside my house. So I just took my Helix 10 DI off of my boat, and usually it just sits all winter without being able to use it. So I decided to buy this ammo can. Just picked it up from Dick's Sporting Goods. It's one of the bigger Plano models, and I bought a ram mount. I think it's like a 2 1/4 inch ball off of Amazon. Just threw a couple screws in it, or a couple nuts and a couple bolts, and then it'll match up to my ram mount here, so it can be attached to the side. And then whenever you open this thing up, what I have in here is I bought an extra, I think it's called a cable tray from Humminbird, so that'll plug into the back of my unit. Bought an ice fishing transducer. You got to be careful on which one. I want to say there's an X19 and an X20. You just got to read what works for your model. So that comes with the floaty as well. And then I picked up just a portable little 12-volt battery. And then I just attached the 2 little pieces that I picked up at Lowe's that'll go onto those pieces. So you can see bolts from the inside. And I think I'm going to get some Velcro and just attach the battery down so it doesn't shift. And then the only other thing I had to do was basically notch out a little spot on the side here, so that when the power cable, whenever the lid is shut, it doesn't pinch the power cable. But really, that's about it. I'm going to attach it here, and then I'll show you how it works. Alright, so I got the battery hooked up, and then I just pulled out my transducer, which I don't know how good the transducer is going to be. I have a Vexilar and a Humminbird, just an Ice 55 and a Markham, so I'm not sure how it'll compare. I guess I'll have to try it. It's still December here in PA, so not enough ice yet to go fishing, but I'll post a review once I have the chance. But really what I set this up for is the mapping. None of my current units have mapping, so this is really what I wanted it for. We'll fire this thing up. So like I was saying, once you get this thing set up, I'm going to primarily use it for ice fishing, but instead of going out to my garage and plugging in my boat and having all the batteries hooked up and everything, I can just very easily go and look through some of my mapping on here, and I'll turn it down. I'll turn off my sonar too. And then what will happen, this thing will pop up with the map, and then I'll be able to use it. I'll be able to go through all my Lake Master, as well as my auto chart, which I've been using basically all summer. And that is so awesome for lakes that don't currently have maps. You can hook it up and really get dialed in on what those lakes look like. So this is really what I got it for. This is my auto chart map on one of the lakes I fish a lot in the summer. And you can see I have all the contours laid out. So whenever I get here to ice fish, I'm going to know exactly where to go. I can kind of see, where the high spots are, where the different humps are. These waypoints might not mean a whole lot now, because these fish I caught in the summer, but I still think it's going to be beneficial to know where the contour is, where the grass was, and that's primarily what I'm going to use this for this winter. But yeah, it's a super easy setup. Really, you're just buying an ammo box, get a couple mounts that I already had, and yeah, you're just gonna have a battery in there, turn it on, it'll be completely mobile. It's not going to be as as easy to carry around, because it's heavy, it's more cumbersome, and this box isn't exactly as heavy duty as I would like it. But for what I'm going to use it for, the mapping, I think whenever I'm hole hopping, I'll just stick with my regular flasher. but to find the map, and maybe I'll just keep this in my shelter and kind of use it for mapping. And if I need to, I'll just throw this in the water and have an extra as I continue. But hopefully, this is something you guys can do to take your Helix 7s, Helix 9s, Helix 10s, Helix 12s even, and use it for every season, not just for open water. So hopefully this helps.